sound healing. Sound healing nowadays, it's
right.
coming up a lot. So
Interesting, but when I went to the other dimension, I know I went at least twice.
so you left this body.
I left this body and I was in another universe, like another dimension.
Another dimension you went to.
Yes.
That is another universe.
Frequency.
Another frequency.
If I'm saying that right, another frequency.
Absolutely.
And then I didn't hear music. I didn't know. I wasn't here. And then I got, boom, jerked back in the body. And all of a sudden I could hear the music again and knew my surroundings a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Like that indicates, like when we do this third eye therapy, and that's why it is called it as a third eye therapy.
Right.
Have you seen the Indian ladies, like their kids,
Yes.
they put some tikas here?
Yes.
Have you seen that? So this is the point which is connected with a very specific gland inside the body. And as we talked about the hormones and glands in the body, the higher center glands are here. And that's exactly the outway or the gateway to the external world.
Ah, okay. Perfect.
Amazing. Like, see, whatever is your response when we do this third eye therapy, when we do this bliss therapy, or the center of intuition, that's what in another spiritual world we talk about a lot about intuitions in the body. But we will not talk about intuitions. We'll talk about your physical body, how it felt. So as per you, after the whole session, this is amazing because nobody used this word until now. That you went into the another universe.
Yeah, I totally did.
You went into the another dimension. You went into, you came back, you went, you came back, you went.
At least twice.
2 times you went back and you were out of your own physical body.
Yeah.
This is like your
and my body was like cemented. Like it was heavy. I think the density of the body is different than obviously when you go to another dimension.
Absolutely.
That's why the body felt so like concrete.
Yes.
And I left it and I was flying. Like I was free.
You're free. You're flying.
Yeah.
You're free. That means you're very light.
Yeah.
That means, what happens in Ayurveda. Not only Ayurveda, this is again a science, Ayurveda and modern medicine, it's always supposed to be, use the modern science, integrate your views, see the Ayurvedic beauty and see where we can help. That is what exactly the Ayurvedic Vaidya kind of concept, the Ayurvedic modalities, Ayurvedic therapies, Ayurvedic sessions are. So I will tell you exactly what this Shirodhara literally did for us, okay? Because is the thing. Okay. So when we say Shirodhara, okay, so Shirodhara is kind of a continuous flow on the forehead. And I think before we go to the trance, like before we started our oil therapy, oil dripping, I talked a lot about, bringing you, calm down you and make you a little bit, from the hyper body to the little bit grounded body. Yeah. And that was the main intention of starting your therapy like that way. Generally, people doesn't do that, but I love to do that because most of the time my clients are like, they are very much in their brain because of their kind of style of work, what they do. Either they are lawyers, they are doctors, they are highly tensed mental workers. That's what I can say. Very much they use this part rather than this part. That kind of clientele. So I always love to bring them down with that kind of beginning of the session. Very recently, I started doing that in my practice when I moved here. Oh, okay. Yes, because it's all learning from the client, and every client is a different client. So it's just learning about that, and that's what we do always in the consultation. That we like to know you, who you are. Yeah. What is your body type? And that's the way of healing and dealing for the things, everything in Ayurveda. So here today we used specifically the oil for you. And oil is nourishing in our case because we have so much dryness in our body that this is going to help us to calm down that dryness. Oh, good. Okay, there are so many, like if there is a skin condition here and if a person is suffering with the skin disease like eczema, psoriasis, rash, some skin discoloration, then we will go to the another formation of liquid or another liquid formation we will use. Okay, in that case we use medicated oils, we can use medicated buttermilk, we can use medicated decoctions. So there are so many different ways of doing this kind of work depending upon what the person has, what is the imbalance in the person, or there are specific psoriasis and the skin conditions, so dandruff and all of that. So there is a specific herbs we use in the decoctions, and then we do this same kind of work. So we did many things. This is very theoretical, but this is what we did. Shiro Abhyangam. So after the Shirodhara, before I did the Marma work. So before the Shirodhara, we started with the points on your body and some craniosacral work.
Yes.
So cranium and sacrum, that's the base of our physical, it's one of the major targeted points, I can say. So craniosacral, we started with craniosacral to the marma, to the shiro abhyangam, to the shirodhara, that means the drip, and then again the shiro abhyangam. We ended up with the shiro abhyangam. That means a massage. Abhyangam means kind of a massage. Okay. So as we learned about the central nervous system, we talked about the nervous system, we talked about the endocrine system, right? Here what we are doing, now we are coming to the sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, sympathetic is like our body's response, fight and flight, like a saving mode for us, that is the body's response, right? Whereas the parasympathetic work, like, calming you down, grounding you, hey, calm down, hey, it's okay, relax, that kind of thing comes from our parasympathetic nervous system. Whereas, okay, I need to do this, like running all around and always alert, always active, fight and flight. This is all coming from our sympathetic nervous system. So here in the whole Shirodhara, the main purpose of us doing this kind of work during this condition, what you are going through, is like to enhance your parasympathetic action in the body. Parasympathetic. Yeah. Okay. So the whole session was dedicated to stimulate your parasympathetic, not stimulate your sympathetic. We are already in the too much sympathetic, right? Yeah. We're already into too much sympathetic. Yeah. Okay. Our main purpose of doing this was like enhancing the parasympathetic action for the body. And Ayurveda says, and the modern science has also, research has also proved it, that this kind of work enhances or produces the alpha waves in the body. Alpha waves, right? So that's the main key. Like a lot of Western world is fond of this therapy. If you go on the cruise, you will find this therapy. If you go on the spas, you will find this therapy. You will go on the high class, high end, all the ocean front and beachfront motels and all of that. You will find this therapy as a luxury therapy, like a brand therapy. But this is the effect you can get it.
Amazing.
Okay. Therapeutic, this is a therapeutic, but that's where at least you're getting a taste of the therapy, because I have observed that on the cruise, I was like, my gosh, how much this is popular in the Western world. Because for me, it was very new when I saw this available on the cruise. I was like, my goodness. There are people, they are offering this on the cruise. That means people are interested in this kind of work. That means when they are on the cruise where they are already relaxing or where they are already, calm mode or vacation mode, they are still preferring this therapy on top of it. Yeah. So that means like definitely it is bringing a lot of huge relaxation for that. That's the reason people do like this. Now, understanding this therapy, now, another thing what Ayurveda says about this, like when we do this, so now we are done the pre-karma, which is like before Shirodhara we did some work. Now we did Shirodhara. Now at home you need to do something. Okay. So the powder which I gave it to you in the bag. Yeah. Okay. So that when you go home, I would like you to boil 1 cup of water. Yeah. Okay. And add this half teaspoon. Mix it very well, okay? Half teaspoon. Yeah. Okay. And boil it until half remains.
Boil it until half what?
Yeah, half remains, half percentage. So boil the 50%.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Half remains. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Now strain it. Do you have a strainer at home?
I have.
I will give you
I
mine.
don't think I.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I can borrow it and then I know what
Yeah.
to buy.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Or if I'm going, I will get one for you.
Thank you. Then I'll pay you back. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's okay. I know because you
I
have
don't cook
detached
much.
everything
Yeah,
from it.
exactly.
That's why
I have
I'm
very
asking
little.
you, because you gave up everything. You are very limiting yourself,
I have
and
like
which is
two
beautiful.
cups at home, everything. I like, and it's so simple. I like it. It's
How easy you made it yourself.
yes. Very
I
easy.
feel this is a package and too much work, too much to do, too much to follow, and too much to keep going, running, and keep going. It's like a rat race for us, and the way you have rewinded yourself, you're going back to the previous era. That's what I see. You
Yes,
gave up
yes.
everything. You gave up house.
I know.
You gave
I
up
know.
your Ferrari. You
I know.
gave up your mountain house. You gave up your all the things.
I know.
You know what? This is called it as a yogi in our culture.
Yeah, I know. It feels so good.
Yogi is like they're not tempted by anything. Yogis are like, it's a kind of way of living with the nature. Yoga means like you are in the present moment.
Yeah.
You are,
finally there.
and you're practicing that. Not only, once in a day, once in a while, once in a month, once in a week class. No, that's the very different way of looking at yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga is like you, and all the time you're in it.
Yeah, exactly. All
That's
the time.
what the yoga means.
Yeah.
Not like
Right.
putting
Part-time.
the time and running and putting and running and putting. This is like getting crazy and crazy every day. Nowadays, I have observed some people, and that was a little shocking for me, that there is a time interval, right? So you have a watch. The timer goes up.
Yeah.
You run 100 steps. Then timer shuts off, and then you stop. Then again you run after 2 minutes.
Right.
Timer goes up. You run. You stop. I'm like,
It's crazy.
how much craziness we're getting with the electronics, and on top of it, the radiation.
I know. Oh, that's one bad thing of all this stuff, having it too close to you.
Much,
I know.
too much radiation.
I know.
Forget about, it's just like if your breath is happening nicely, and if you feel your body, you do your things until your sweat is coming out of your body.
Yeah.
The simple logic. Why do I need so many gadgets to
don't
do
have to tell
that
you. I know you
kind of?
don't.
And somebody is telling you,
I know.
you're not using your brain.
I know.
You're not using your hormones. Your thinking power. You're not using your own brain.
Right.
Somebody is guiding. That small Apple Watch or that small thing is helping us to reminding us actually, right? We're not using even our memory.
I know. It's sad because
People stopped using the tail, so that's why we don't have tail. That's what what do you call that whole series, right? When I am seeing this, I was like, okay, that's fine, but people needs to wake up. That you can feel your own breath.
Right.
Listen to your own body.
Yeah.
Practice the things what your body is talking to you. If you feel like it's a beautiful day, then jog.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's too hot and humid, don't jog, because the weather is not cooperating. Not your watch is telling, hey, run, and hey, stop, hey, run, hey, stop.
Right.
And I see that amazingly happening around us.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is like, you listen to your body, you listen to your breath, and do your walk.
Yes.
I do not expect an excessive walk in you, as you are a Vata Pitta person, and you do not want 2 hours of walk continuously.
Right.
I want you to break down your walk.
Yeah.
Okay, 40 minutes, 20 minutes in between.
Yeah.
Okay, so something like that, you map it out.
Okay.
Okay,
You got it.
and now you are involving the yoga, what we learned for our neurology or the nervous system, what we learned today. So I will send you the link.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I will post and I will send it to you.
Thank you.
Okay. The tea which you strain, I will give you a strainer. Now add. Do you have any sweetener at home?
I have date syrup.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff.
That's my favorite. So after you strain it, add a half teaspoon of date syrup into it.
Okay.
Okay. I do not want depletion in you. I want something which is nourishing you at the same time, but at the same time, which is also boosting your metabolism.
Okay, good.
So
how often and when? Just once a
So
day?
today evening.
Evening, every evening.
Today evening you do this. You can also do this 2 to 3 times in a day.
Okay.
Good. That's perfectly fine. And that's the same you are going to use on your food.
Okay. All right. And then
okay, listen.
Do I drink that with the food
so
or separate?
In that drink, that boosting tea, that's called it as a tea in Ayurveda, you are adding that 1 teaspoon of ghee from there.
Okay, in the tea.
In the
1
tea.
teaspoon. Ghee.
Okay, and that will help us to moisturize, to enhance the digestion, improve the metabolism, and that all will come together in one action.
Oh, awesome.
Because that has to go only with the ghee. There is something in that tea that has to go with the ghee.
To get it.
Only to absorb it in the body. Otherwise, it will not be absorbed.
Okay, you got it. I will do that.
Okay.
And then, so like tonight when I have dinner, can I drink it with dinner or do you want it separate?
After
dinner.
After dinner, give yourself like 30-40 minutes and then you can drink it. And then you can go, like you don't have to walk today, okay? If you don't feel it, don't walk it because you had such a huge work on you. Just enjoy the nature. I think it's so pretty outside because thunderstorm passed.
Oh, good.
So now the weather looks good.
Yes.
I'm excited to go out.
Yeah.
Okay. So understood? So this is called it as a paschat karma. Means you do the therapy and you have to behave something differently after the therapy.
Okay.
And that is the key point in Ayurveda. That the Ayurvedic physician, which is a Vaidya, Vaidya is like a very typical term for the Ayurvedic doctors. Okay. That doctor means like a Ayurvedic Vaidya. They will tell, every Ayurvedic practitioner will know what to tell their clients afterwards because they see something, they know what is required, and they will change the protocol.
Okay.
It's like very customized.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Because the way you showed us the inflammation, that he has taken care in that tea.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
But boil it nicely. And the another thing you can do, you can soak that same material in the night time and you can boil it in the morning time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, infusion. Let's do some infusion and then it will save your time too. Okay, understood? And this is called it as a Vata Shamak Chikitsa. That means we are calming down or grounding down, or we are balancing the Vata. So Shaman means palliation.
Okay.
Remember? The 6 stages of the disease formation we talked about. The first 3 are easy to manage. Once it goes deeper, then we get like very much into deep thing. Okay. So this is a Vata Shamana Chikitsa, what we did. So whole therapy, what we did with the Marma, with the craniosacral, with the Shiro Abhyanga, with the what do you call this therapy?
Yeah, third eye.
Third eye. Say Shirodhara.
Shirodhara.
Yeah, Shiro means head.
Yeah.
Dhara means flow. Shiro, Dhara. Shiro. Yes, you got it. Okay. Shiro, Dhara. Okay. And what we did, the whole is like our, what we see in you is like tremendous Vata in you. So, yesterday's this therapy. 2 days we did this.
Yeah.
Today we did this third eye therapy. That all is coming to the Vata Shamana Chikitsa. Okay. Understood?
Yes.
So now, what Ayurveda says, this is a stress reducing. Here you go. Can you see?
Yeah.
Stress reducing and nervous tension.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the most effective treatments in Ayurveda, where we use this as a stress reduction as well as for the nervous system.
Yeah.
We are talking all about nervous system today. We are talking all about hormonal system today. Okay. Do you see this? And now many times ultimate mental and emotional relaxation therapy. So we talked about mental, we talked about relaxation.
Yeah.
Okay. This is work for our nervous system, like where we see the nerve disorders. Are you understanding why we are doing this? What is the purpose of doing this? Now understand our whole morning, like before the therapy session, that whatever we talked all about.
Yes.
That whole, what I explained you, the anatomy, the work, the function, the action, all of that anatomy, pathology, physiology. Now we are coming to the therapy part, modality of your massage.
Yeah.
Got it? So you're understanding now how therapeutically we are going.
Yes.
We're not just doing regular massage here.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're not even interested to say, oh, this is a massage kind of
No,
thing.
of course
And we are not even interested to say, this is a kind of, healing and energy. No. At the present moment, we need a physical healing, physical body cleansing, physical work. Okay. And once we manage all of this, healing is automatically knock on your door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense? So, nourishing and rejuvenation, because I do not want a lot of depletion of vata in you.
Right.
We have already two aggravated vata in you. This aggravated vata can be we do not need any scraping therapy, or we do not need any therapy which will lower down our energy, because you're already, your energy is low.
Exactly.
So we have to think, there are two types of chikitsas in Ayurveda, or there are two types of doing the work for the client. So you have to first figure it out, which work, whether the santarpan or apatarpan. Santarpan means nourishing. Apatarpan means scraping. So you have to start with that concept here.
Yeah.
Understood? Now in your case, I do not need a scraping, but I had a client who was supposed to be here, and that was her Panchakarma lot, who didn't show up, and she's coming in April. That's why I have a huge lot open, because she suddenly said, I think it's her kid's spring break. I think she missed that. So I said, okay, I can understand that. So here we are talking about the nourishing properties for the Vata dosha in the body. It stimulates the nervous system, giving the sturdiness to the body and improves the digestion. So even if this work is happening only in this area, we are not touching any body part, right? Our whole focus is right on the top of the forehead. Yeah. Still, because of that, what we learned, the central nervous system. You remember the central nervous system, brain and the spinal cord?
Excuse me.
Yeah, brain and spinal cord. That whole is a connection. And that's why this therapy works.
Makes sense.
To produce all the effects. And this is, when people have like facial palsy, paralysis, drooping of the eyelids, Bell's palsy, all these kind of conditions, or nervine conditions, degenerative diseases, a very stress related disorders, or metabolic challenges, where people doesn't know what is happening. As this lady supposed to be here, which was her lot, she was like 225. And she said, in 1 year I have gained 65 pounds. Wow. 65 pounds in 1 year.
That's a lot.
That's a lot in 1 year with 2 kids. I understand with kids a little bit changes, but not this tremendously. That's why the whole concept of teaching you today, the neurology, the nerve system, the nervous system, the endocrine system, or you can call it as a hormonal system, they go very well together. But not only these two, all the systems in the body, they are like a kind, they work together.
Yeah.
In Ayurveda, you see everything in a collective work. Everything happens because of the connections, because each cell is connected to the other cell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But this cell in the heart behaves differently. In the eye, behaves differently. In the brain, it behaves totally different. That's called it as a nerve tissue, right? Or brain tissue. And when it goes in the muscle, it becomes like a muscle tissue. When it goes in the liver, it's liver tissue. So one cell, one same thing at one bone, right? So in the eye, it's so delicate, but in the bone, it becomes very hard. So what an intelligence our body has.
It does. I know, it's amazing.
Right? And in stomach, imagine in the stomach, this bag is like this. The heart is like this, but stomach is like this big, right? But this small bag or sack, I eat like a pound of food in a day, 2 pounds of food or 3 pounds of food, right? this becomes like a bigger and bigger for us. So how does this all works? Because there is such a synchronization in the body, such a rhythm, such a connection, all is right there. Okay, so understood this concept, why we did this therapy for you. Okay, this is 6 p.m. 5 hours of your body work. Oh my God, you're amazing. You're amazing. Now understand, it improves the skin condition also. So even if that will be your side effect, side benefit, we called it as a side, and you can see that already on your face, you will feel like 20 years younger than your age. That's what a lot of clients say. I look like. Helps to relieve the fatigue, tension, anxiety, tremors.
That's awesome.
That all is coming. Chronic headaches, rheumatism, hyperactivity, hypertension, asthma, hair challenges, hair problems, and stress. So all these kind of conditions, when you feel stress, when you feel like all these fatigue, and this is very common. There not only 1 or 2 clients until now, they did not mark anxiety and stress. Very 1 or 2 in my whole practice of 20 plus years. Everybody marks anxiety and stress. Anxiety almost everyone. Okay, so this is for them, this kind of work, this kind of therapy, because it helps our sense organs also. It sharpens our sense organs, the good sense organs, because sense organs in Ayurveda, in the disease formation, sense organs plays very important role. They like they have to work properly, like a balanced way, but they're either they are too sensitive or underactive or overactive. So we do not want any under or over, because both can create a problem for the body. Not only the physical body, all the levels. How many levels? Mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, social, environmental, blah 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 blah. All of the different levels of the body. Make sense? So it is for our sense organ healing also. See, we worked here, and I told you the anatomy. I showed you how they are all connected with each other. You remember that skull which I showed it to you? Remember that. Everything, that's your and we will do some. I will give you some of the oils. Actually, today I will make it, and tomorrow I will give it to you. That oil, I will tell you how to do certain therapies with it at home. And that we will introduce right tomorrow. I will make it today, if given a chance. I will. Otherwise, I will make it tomorrow morning, and I will keep it ready for you.
Thank you.
So we need that for our bleeding gums and inflammatory gums. And your gums are like a red paprika. I can see that.
I know.
Like, can you show me one more time?
Yeah, they're bright red.
Yeah, they're pretty red.
I have even
It's like bleeding gums,
That's what it looks like, yes.
Yeah.
Even like when I go somewhere, if for a moment I don't have my mask on, a child, a little 5-year-old once said to me, "What's wrong with your teeth?"
Wow.
And he was very observant. And so I said, "Oh, what? You're so smart that you noticed the difference, because your gums are pink and mine are red." And I said, I'm okay. I'm different than you are." And so he goes, "Oh, okay." So every time now I see him, he remembers. Because you're the lady with the red.
See that observation, right?
But yeah, people, I notice it. Like people see it, of course.
So skin diseases are like that, because in my practice I have a challenge with the skin diseases. Most of the skin diseases clients, they are psychologically challenged and mentally challenged and emotionally too down.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because people observe you from outside. Instead of talking positive or helping and asking or taking care or talking nicely, the things changes in the way of looking at the person. But everybody has something. Heart diseases you can't see.
No, that's true.
Diabetes you can't see. Hypertension you can't see. You have a liver problem, you have this problem, that problem. The inside things people will not see. So you are okay with huge name of the diseases. But when something comes on the external body, people see it, right? And they give you that sense organ too active. We don't need that sense organs. We need balanced sense organs, And that's where I see a challenge. People cry. Old people, adults, they cry like baby, when they have that kind of and they feel bad when we don't behave with them, nice. So activates the pituitary gland in your body. You remember we were talking about the higher centers in the body? So this therapy is all about you. So you can do as many times as you want. Okay. Whenever you want, if you feel it, you can do this therapy because this is helpful for you. Like we talked about the Caesar, we talked about some Caesar clients and all of that. This is like that way. It will ground you. It will calm you. Okay. So whenever you feel, text me or call us and let us know.
Perfect.
That is something you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. This, as we talked about nervous system, and we talked about the hormonal system. Hormonal means endocrine system. The glands is like endocrine system, and the secretions are hormones. Okay, so this spot, the third eye, in Indian culture or Vedic culture or Ayurvedic culture, this is directly connected with the gland inside our brain, pituitary gland. That's why you went into the different world. Where did you go?
Different dimension.
Different dimensions.
Another universe.
Another universe. That's a beautiful explanation. Oh my God, that means you were very, 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 very calm on the table.
Yes.
Have you ever felt it before?
Not in this fashion, no.
Not in this fashion.
No.
And you felt light?
The body felt heavy, like it was concrete. But my I guess the best way to say it,
soul,
my soul
maybe,
was very light.
So your body, which is a concrete, is like but you felt very light on the soul level.
Yeah,
and
totally.
You went to the different dimensions, different world.
You
place. Came back and forth.
Back in and, it was kind of jolting coming back into the body. That was not the...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you up?
No, it was you weren't in here. Because when I come back, I didn't sense you.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Amazing. What you're giving me a goosebump. This is because see, it activated your memory and your 6th and 7th chakra in the body. What are the like pituitary gland? This is your 6th chakra, and this is your 7th chakra, and this is where you leave the physical body, and that's called it as a Sahasradhara chakra. Amazing. See, I don't even have to explain. You already felt it before I open up my mouth of how this therapy is effective and how much benefits it brings on the physical body.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing.
That means your chakras and your willpower, your energy, we can manage it very well.
I agree. It's open and willing and able.
Absolutely. Yes. And you're a very open person. That's what I can see. You're open to everything, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. What you did is like, you this is what it says. Did you read that?
Exciting.
It increases the spiritual awareness.
Yes.
It increases this. It stimulates your 6th and 7th chakra in the body. Even before, did I tell you the benefits before?
No.
And you felt everything.
Yeah.
Whatever is here, you mentioned me right after the therapy. Thank you. That's a good observation. It improves the concentration. We don't need you. You are very intelligent. I know that. Confidence, I know. Your concentration is good. You have good routines. And this is where it activates the memory and it stimulates the 6th and the 7th chakra in the body. Awesome. And also it regulates our breathing patterns. So that lightness, what you felt, is amazing. Amazing. And this is the beautiful thing, like the way you said you are very light on the stomach. Amazing. And I don't think you do alcohol and you're very pure actually. I have very few people like you.
Really?
Very few people. Otherwise people do like, I do drink once in a week.
They don't want to give up. That's the problem too. If they drink once a week, they don't want to give that up.
I know. I drink for social purpose.
Why?
I know. I drink socially.
Well, see, but
That's the new term.
I used to do that, and it was stupid. It didn't serve me.
It didn't serve you.
So I don't drink anymore.
And you stopped on your own?
Yeah, I just don't drink. I haven't had a drink in, I don't know, year and a half, maybe, something like that.
On your own?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I have no desire. No desire to go back ever.
Many people ask me, hey, how come you don't eat non-veg? I never feel a desire or crave for such things. I don't know. I'm very satisfied with whatever I eat and whatever.
You don't need to experiment then. You have what you need.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Yeah, and exactly that's the thing is like many people are doing these things even if they don't want to do it, like social drinking, social eating, social this,
right,
which is killing a lot of people. Like social things. Oh, I do for go out, when we girls go out. It's like I don't know how that matters. And without drinking, I'm always active. Like I don't feel like such external factors make a difference.
Yeah.
It's all here. That's what I feel many times. It's just in the brain.
Yeah.
So this is what you do not have, and which is a beautiful thing, and that's why it worked really good in you. And now the food is like this.
Awesome.
The food, which is in there, is a very yush. It's called it as a kind of soupy format.
Okay.
So there is a kind of I made this sprout fresh. I will show you later on. I will send you the link. You can watch how I made it, and that's what I prepared it. Okay.
Awesome.
So this is the diet you will be eating, which is an alkaline diet. Alkaline means like a sattvic diet. So there is no preservative, no additives. There is all clean, fresh, and the things what you will be doing on your own at home is right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Perfect.
drive safe. Do you have any questions for me?
I do not. Let's see. If I may borrow your strainer. And
Yes,
I'll
I
bring it
will.
tomorrow.
I will get it. No, don't worry. I will get a strainer for you.
And let me get the.
Okay.
Payment?
So I hope you enjoyed this. This is a neurology in Ayurveda, and before even I speak about the benefits of the therapy, what I did for my client, she has mentioned whatever I learned in my medical school of Ayurveda. All the benefits, she felt it on the massage table, and now she is explaining, and what I am showing her is like exactly the same. So this is the beauty of Ayurveda. Ayurveda is a health science, a wellness science, a well-being science, which can guide you the healing the mind, healing the body. Clear in the mind, clear in the body. Stability in the mind, stability on the body. So stay connected with your own breath, stay connected with your mind and body connections, and you enhance your health and your wellness. Thank you.